So for anyone who's really invested in early childhood development, there's always this challenge, right? How do we help little kids handle those really big emotions?
It's huge. Fostering that resilience, that self-regulation,
Yeah.
it's so foundational.
Yeah, and we're always looking for good tools, effective ways to support them, especially as they're just figuring out their feelings and, how their bodies and brains even connect.
Absolutely. Helping them build that confidence, that awareness, especially in those early years.
Yeah.
It really does set the stage for, well, everything else.
Exactly. And that's actually what we're diving into today. We're going to take a really close look at something quite remarkable, I think. It's the Seeds of Peace, early intervention program from Challenge to Change, Inc.
Ah, yes. I'm familiar with that one.
Our mission here is to really unpack it, understand how it works to build emotional awareness, strengthen that body-brain link, and give young children, we're talking ages 2 to 5, specifically in preschools, Head Start programs, or early intervention settings, practical tools they can use every day for, calm and confidence.
And what's really interesting about Seeds of Peace, I find, is how it takes these sometimes complex ideas, mindfulness, social emotional learning, SEL, and makes them really accessible, engaging even for these very young learners.
Right, it simplifies it without dumbing it down.
Exactly. It makes skills like managing emotions, building relationships, making good choices.
Mm.
It makes them tangible, repeatable, right when their brains are developing so rapidly.
And the thing that really grabbed our attention and why we wanted to do this deep dive is how comprehensive it is. It's not just something that happens in the classroom and stays there.
No, it builds that bridge between school and home, which is critical.
Totally. And importantly for schools or programs listening, it's actually pretty accessible. It's priced at just $199 per classroom. That makes it a fantastic option for, say, preschools or Head Start programs looking for a solid SEL curriculum that's, ready to go.
That price point really does make a difference in getting these kinds of tools out there. So yeah, let's dig in. How does it actually build these skills in the classroom setting?
Okay, so where does it start?
Well, the program is structured across 8 lessons. They're designed to be about 20 to 25 minutes long, which is pretty ideal for that 2 to 5 age range. Good for their attention spans.
Right. So what does a typical lesson actually look like? What are the kids doing?
Okay, so each lesson follows 5 consistent parts. They call them parts of practice, and they build on each other week by week. It starts with seated practice.
Seated practice, like
Yeah.
meditation.
Sort of, but geared for little ones. It's about connecting their smart mind, kind heart, and calm body. That's the language they use. And this is where they introduce mudras.
Mudras. What are those exactly?
They're basically specific hand and finger gestures. Think of them as mindfulness for your hands.
Ah, okay. And these gestures mean something.
Yes, they're purposeful. For a child who maybe can't fully express, I need space or I want to feel calm, a gesture like, say, turtle in a shell or plug into the earth gives them a concrete action.
I see. So it connects a feeling to something physical they can do.
Precisely. It's like a nonverbal way to manage or express those big feelings. They have others too, like lotus flower, the best me, fish. Each one helps them check in or even physically calm themselves down, like slowing your heartbeat. It's pretty neat.
That's a really smart way to introduce self-regulation so early. Okay, so after the seated practice, what's next?
Next up is movement. This part uses yoga poses, but also lots of imaginative play.
So not just stretching, but mindful movement.
Exactly. It's about building those connections, mind, heart, body, actively. They might do a simple sun salutation sequence, linking breath and movement.
And I bet this is where it gets really fun for them.
Oh, totally. It has to be playful, right? They might do the story of a tiny seed where they start small and grow tall. Or an imagination animal parade, slithering like snakes, flying like butterflies.
Ah, I can picture that.
Yeah. And they learn actual poses too, like tree pose, warrior poses, but always through that lens of story and play. It just deepens that body-brain connection without feeling like a lesson.
Okay, so seated connection, then mindful movement. What's the core learning part?
That would be the third part, the heart of the lesson. This is the main thematic activity for the week where the SEL concepts really come alive.
And what kinds of activities are we talking about here?
Well, they have some really lovely ones, like a gratitude gathering where kids actually share things they're thankful for.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't it? Or there's Forest of Trees, which uses partner yoga poses. It's a great way to teach about community and supporting each other, physically
Oh.
showing it.
Ah, so they feel that interdependence. That's clever.
Yeah. They also learn things like the sleeping bear breath, a breathing technique for calming down. And a big one is Positive self-talk with mantras.
Using phrases like,
I am awesome or I am strong. Really simple, powerful stuff. And they even have a game, Yogi says, like Simon says, but it builds mindful listening.
okay, that sounds really engaging. So after all that activity, do they have a wind down period?
They do. The fourth part is guided mindfulness.
Right.
Often they call it a yoga nap.
Yoga nap, I like that. So quiet time.
Yep, a time for stillness, calming the body and mind. Usually they listen to an audio track or a guided visualization.
What kind of audios?
Things like just be, little tree stepping into the sunshine, floating on a cloud, or magic words. It's a chance for them to just settle, process everything, build that ability to be still and present.
That seems crucial after the more active parts. And how does each session wrap up?
The last part is the close of practice. This is where they reinforce the main messages from the lesson. Often, they use the Satanama mantra.
Satanama?
It's a traditional mantra, but they adapt it here to mean, I am awesome. It's a really positive affirmation to end on, embedding that feeling of self-worth.
Wow, that sounds like a really well thought out structure for the kids. What about the teachers? How are they supported in delivering all this?
That's a really important piece. The program puts a lot into empowering the teachers. They get very clear lesson plans, practical tips for classroom management, even strategies for differentiation, for kids at different developmental levels.
So they're not just handed a script.
Not at all.
Ah.
And crucially, the materials explain the why behind it, the science of how emotions affect thoughts, the brain connection stuff. Plus, there's specific teacher videos for each lesson.
Ah, videos explaining the science.
Exactly. It helps build the teacher's understanding and confidence in what they're doing. It's not just activities, it's grounded practice.
Okay, that classroom piece sounds incredibly solid. Now, you mentioned something earlier that really stood out, the way it connects beyond the classroom. What makes that home connection so special in this program?
Right. This, for me, is where Seeds of Peace truly excels. It's this essential home connection. The core idea isn't that parents or caregivers need to become mindfulness gurus overnight.
Uh-huh, no pressure then.
None at all. They just need to be loving guides. And the program gives them consistent weekly support to make it easy to reinforce what the kids are learning at school.
How does that work? What do the caregivers actually get?
Okay, so every week they receive a packet of materials that directly links to that week's classroom lesson. It's designed to be really user-friendly.
What's in the packet?
There's usually a reflection sheet. This is great for kids to draw or talk about their feelings and ideas, things like the My Calm Corner and Mudra reflection worksheet. It opens up conversations.
Nice. Does it include activities too?
Oh yeah, there's a hands-on activity sheet focused on body and breath awareness, maybe making a gratitude jar or exploring the sleeping bear breath in their own calm cave at home.
Fun.
And there's always a movement game and breathing practice, like a mudra movement game or a gratitude heart hop, ways to connect mind and body playfully at home. Plus, optional fun extensions for families who want more, like memory games or craft ideas.
That sounds really practical. You also mentioned videos earlier. Are there parent videos too?
Yes, that's another key support. There are specific parent videos each week. They explain what the kids learned in class, and importantly, give simple ways caregivers can use that information at home. It demystifies it all.
So the parents know why they're doing the gratitude jar, not just how.
Exactly. It builds understanding and makes the activities more meaningful.
Okay, and I think the outline mentioned a journal for caregivers. Tell me about that.
Ah, yes, the caregiver journal. This is a really powerful piece of the home connection. It's a printable journal set up week by week. It gives caregivers a dedicated space to reflect.
Reflect on what specifically?
On their child's progress, sure, but also on their shared journey. It uses prompts to guide that reflection.
Can you give an example of a prompt?
Sure. Things like, what moment this week felt the most connected with my child? Or, when did you see my child light up during movement or play? But it also encourages the caregiver to reflect on themselves.
Oh, interesting. How so?
With prompts like, what encouraging words did you say to yourself or your child this week? And crucially, what's one way your child has grown through this program? What's one way you have grown?
Wow. That really elevates it beyond just homework, doesn't it? It becomes about shared growth.
Absolutely. The whole family system benefits.
So these home components really do seem to bridge that school-home gap effectively. They give parents real, usable strategies for everyday life, using a mudra at bedtime maybe, or setting up a calm corner, practicing breathing when things get overwhelming.
Or even just using that positive self-talk together
Yeah.
before trying something new. It embeds these skills into the family routine.
It empowers the caregivers to be confident guides in this.
That's the goal. It takes these concepts and makes them real, repeatable moments of connection and growth right there at home, planting those seeds of peace, you could say.
So, pulling this all together, what does this mean for you listening? When you look at the Seeds of Peace program, what you're really seeing is this complete toolkit for emotional balance.
Yeah, it systematically builds those core SEL skills: self-awareness, managing emotions, understanding others, building relationships, making good choices right from the start.
And that's the key takeaway. The so what, perhaps. It's not just another curriculum. It's a clear, well-structured, and deeply integrated way to nurture these vital life skills.
And it empowers everyone involved, the child, obviously, but also the teachers who get solid training and resources, including those science background videos,
Mm.
and the caregivers at home who get practical tools, the
Mhm.
parent videos, the journal. It creates this whole supportive ecosystem.
It really does equip them all for a pretty complex world,
Yeah.
which leads to, I guess, a final thought.
Hmm.
In this world we live in, with so much coming at us, so much information, what could it mean, really? What's the potential long-term impact of fostering these fundamental mindfulness and emotional intelligence skills so early, starting at age 2, with such a strong, consistent connection between school and home? How might that fundamentally reshape a child's resilience, their ability to learn, maybe their whole path through life?
That's a powerful question to sit with, isn't it? What
Yeah.
could that foundation truly enable?